Namaste. The world celebrates 150th birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi. In 2016, global leaders assembled in New York to sign up for the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development Goals. The 17 goals of SDGs that are universally accepted will provide future roadmap to the globe and contain plan and action for the people, planet, and prosperity. To establish the continued relevance of Gandhian philosophy, it will be so interesting to explore how much this agenda is aligned with Gandhian outlook and reinforce each other. Gandhiji's comprehensive and all-inclusive vision for the society relates well with the social dynamics of the sustainable development approach. He has advocated for dignified life consisting of a healthy body, a balanced mind, and an evolved soul for all human beings. Ending poverty in all its forms, which is SDG 1, and ending hunger, achieving food security and improving nutrition, SDG 2, are the essential precondition for dignified life. Gandhiji has always worked and served for poverty alleviation through his alternative development model of Swadeshi and Swaraj, reducing social inequality by promoting social inclusion and gender balancing, which are SDG 10, SDG 16, and SDG 5, has always remained his prime intent, as these provide ambience for sustainable development. He has worked consistently for bringing poor and indigenous people into social mainstream, and has advocated for preservation of their culture. In his social reform initiative, Gandhiji has always acted for abolishing superstition. He has advised and acted for promotion of literacy and education among all members of society, which is goal number 4. His notion of Sarvodaya, welfare of all, by means of Antyodaya, upliftment of the weakest, is applicable for all societies in the world all the time. As an epitome of ethical living himself, Gandhiji has advised for peaceful and non-aggressive culture based on self-restraint and truth. Goal 3 of SDG: Healthy lives and well-being for all at all ages. rings Gandhiji's promotion of simple and natural living prioritized on personal hygiene, sanitation, cleanliness, and nature cure. He has stated, man should seek out and be content to confine the means of cure to the five elements of which body is composed, that is earth, water, sky, sun, and air. He has advised to refrain from haphazard use of drugs. We can call Gandhiji's thoughts and ideas of economic development as humanistic economics because he suggested for putting the individual at the center of any economic planning. Though he has never developed any systematic economic model, his philosophy emphasizes on inclusive and sustainable economic growth for human welfare, which is SDG 8. Economics is the economics of empowerment and cooperation. He is against greed and consumerism and urges for minimal, responsible and sustainable consumption, that is SCG 12. Encouraging dignity of labor, he has promoted the concept of self-sufficient village and ideal village economy which alleviates the problems of unemployment and rural-urban migration. The Khadi movement, initiated and spearheaded by him, is the outstanding example of small industries, strengthening village economy and thus reducing excessive urbanization can make human settlement safe, resilient and sustainable. Goal number 11 of SDGs. In line with SDG 9, Gandhiji has all the time opposed unplanned and irresponsible industrialization and has recommended for sustainable industrialization and local innovation through use of indigenous and miniature technologies. He strongly backs the role of culture and values in economic strategies and emphasizes harmony and empathy over self-interest. According to Gandhiji, it is impossible for an unhealthy people to win Swaraj. Maintaining sanitation and cleanliness is an essential component of environment management, as endorsed by Gandhian ideology. A clean environment is the fundamental condition for human empowerment. That is why Gandhiji has persuaded the communities for management of water, sanitation, and hygiene in a sustainable way, revolving with SDG 6. The ongoing Swachh Bharat mission of the Government of India is highly influenced by the Gandhian spirit of cleanliness. In his lectures to the communities, he has persuaded for sustaining rural sanitation by ending open defecation and urination and spitting in public places. As a visionary and sensitive environmentalist, Gandhiji was probably aware of and has cautioned against, without naming, the environmental crisis the world might face, like climate change, and has offered means to combat it. That is goal number 13. He has appealed for protection of environment and ecosystems, SDG 14 and 15, by rational use of natural resources, promotion of water harvesting, use of organic manure, ending cruelty to animals, and large-scale afforestation.
The new 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development can also point the way towards reducing violence, promoting harmony between people and planet, and making the world safer for all. Today, at a time of escalating conflicts, rising extremism, massive displacement, and rapidly growing humanitarian need, Mahatma Gandhi's dedication to non-violence remains an example for us all.
Joining the dots, we can see that Gandhiji's outlook on social, economic, and environmental themes provide the stuff for a magnificent and perpetual manual for sustainable development. And as an epitome of peace, he has recommended for peaceful coexistence between man and nature. Without peace and harmony, sustainable development cannot be accomplished. His theories and practices are more relevant and necessary today than any other time before.